Manchester United beat Luton Town 2 goals to 1. The record books will mark it down as another Manchester United win. The reality is that it was another match that should have been put to bed early but somehow ended up being a dramatic contest. Penultimate minute of the match, United could have all but ended the game early when they won a corner kick. It looked like the perfect opportunity to take the sting out of the game and ground out a narrow victory over their plucky opponents, yet they ended up gifting them the chance of a dramatic equalizer when Fernandes took the set piece shot and tried his luck from an unfavorable angle. That smash net from Fernandes to hand the ball back to Luton. Gary Neville said on commentary, just keep it in that far side. Fernandes had so many options available to him, yet was the absolute worst one. If he wanted to run down the clock, he could have kept the ball himself by running back towards the byline or passed the ball back to the Sofian Amrabat or Kobe Menu, who stood beside him. There were also much safer passes on in the shape of Diego Dallo and Alejandro Garnacho, who both stood unmarked on the edge of the box and had much more favorable angles to shoot at goal. And even if he was desperate to add a third, it would have been more logical to aim a neat pass into Marcus Rashford as he made an underlapping run, or even aim a cross into the box to Scott McTominay. There were 7 logical options, and yet he chose the 8th. Thomas Kaminski easily gathered the Portuguese playmaker's feeble attempt, sparking a swift counter attack by Luton that won them their own corner. 58 seconds after Fernandes shot at goal, hardly hit the crossbar when he met the corner with his head. For all their flaws at Kenilworth Road, the club captain would have had to take much of the blame if the dropped points stemmed from his selfishness. It must be said the 29-year-old has been one of the best performances during Ten Hag's time at the club, but it can be ignored that he is often a contradiction to the control his manager wants. Fernandes' brilliance is that he can make something out of nothing, yet the trade-off for his individual brilliance is that he can sometimes be a little too greedy. At other times, he adopts a high-risk, high-reward approach rather than executing much safer passing options. He has actually played some of his best football in recent years in a deeper midfield role where he seems to make more sensible decisions, and perhaps that is where he might need to be moved in the long term if he is to remain an asset to Ten Hag's side. United and Fernandes were both fortunate to not to be punished for their performance against Luton. They might not be so lucky next time.